contacting us and,
Yeah.
you know, getting this all going.
Thank you. Totally fucking doing it.
The mic off to talk.
It's gonna be a lot of that. But no, thank you. Seriously, thank you. It's really cool.
Who's going to be the one that talks the most? That's the question.
Definitely John.
Okay, sure.
So he should
Me,
just
I
hold the
guess.
microphone, and
Okay,
then
sure.
if
Yeah,
someone
yeah.
else wants to talk, you can pass it over.
We tried
Take
to
the
get
auxiliary.
4 different mics so we could each hold one, but I bought like a splitter to put in the thing that we're using, and it just doesn't work. Very sad.
Yeah.
Damn.
You're better off getting like little like mini mics that are like, I don't
I
know,
do have
Bluetooth.
the lav mics, yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's usually the best option, kind of like
Yeah.
your news anchors.
Right, yeah. I'll be out in the other room. I'm like getting a drink. Like, yeah, so when I was writing this song, no.
John's out.
Hey, you
I'm
know
driving
what?
home.
I don't know if we've ever had anyone leave the room and keep talking. No, I don't think so. We've been on little field trips. I've had people like pick up the computer or the phone and walk with it.
Really? That just reminds me of the thing from The Office when like Pam and Jim are talking, and then Michael is just like, "Oh, hey, it's Pam," and just takes her all around the office to look for paper clips.
I can say I've never really got into the office.
Same. I'm aboard with you.
Yeah, same.
I never got
I
into
love
it.
the
I've
office.
been told that I need to try and watch it again though, now that I'm older.
No, don't listen to those people. There's better shows.
I mean, there are better shows, but it's still a great show. My wife and I just did a little vacation, and we like tried to disconnect from like social media and stuff for a while. And so to replace that, we just binge watched like a season and a half of The Office over the weekend. It was awesome.
Yeah, social media can be, terrible and it can be good.
Yeah.
I wish I could, unplug more often. I probably should actually, but we all
I know
should, right? We all should.
yeah. Every time I try, it goes like it's like a few hours, and then I'm just like, oh, what's Instagram like?
Surely there's
But
something.
again, yes. Again, yes. Thank you so much for coming on the podcast. Now,
Yes, thank
we
you.
just want you guys to introduce yourselves and the role you play in the band so that listeners know who everyone is.
I'm Aaron. I play drums for Disruptor.
Hi, I'm Reggie. I play bass and do some backup yelling.
Hi, I'm Tyler. I do vocals.
I'm John. I play guitar and also do backup yelling.
And could you guys, or one of you guys, give us a rundown of, how the band came to be?
You want to take that? You
Yeah, I'll
take that.
take it. So me and John were previously in a band called Guilt and Bloom that had a very abrupt ending due to just unforeseen circumstances.
Yeah.
And we and we
Can't
just
say sorry.
yeah. And we just we already had like a really good chemistry making music together and stuff, so we didn't necessarily want that to end. So we started just writing some beat down riffs or
Well, tried to.
whatever, or tried to, and eventually took on more members, and
Mhm.
that formed Disruptor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When we first started Disruptor, it was Aaron and I from Guilt and Bloom, and our original vocalist of Guilt and Bloom as well was the original vocalist of Disruptor. Um, and so yeah, like Aaron said, it was like just like wanted to keep that like that kind of like friendship and like the vibe and everything. And this is also like the heavier parts of Guilt and Bloom that we couldn't necessarily use as often. We're like, oh, I have these dumb tough guy riffs. Let's use them for a band. So, or tried anyways.
Yeah. So that's it in a nutshell.
Yeah,
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah.
much.
Old band broke up. We wanted to keep playing music, and then we
Yeah.
wrote songs about the old band.
As kind of a diss.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Just a bit
Yep.
of a diss in your new songs.
As a
But
treat.
for anyone who has never heard of Disruptor, how would you describe Disruptor's sound to someone? And what bands would you compare yourselves to?
I don't know.
It's just unga bunga music.
It's Unga Bunga
It's just
put my head through a wall.
yeah,
No.
pissed off, want to hit your boss in the face,
Yeah.
just aggression. I haven't really had the thought of comparing sounds,
Yeah.
but It's definitely on like the harder side of like hardcore.
Somebody said that I think I sent Jeff Doyle a song. Shout out Jeff Doyle. I think I sent him some of the songs like that we first wrote, and he was like, "This reminds me of Every Time I Die," and I was like, "Do not say that to me. I will start crying because they're my favorite band." And I'm like, "I don't hear it, but I'll take it. It's that's awesome."
Yeah, there's like some essence of everything in there, like the pissed off, slow, like really heavy stuff of like Kublai Khan and stuff like that, and then there's really um, fast stuff.
Yeah, I listen to a lot of this band Punch. They're just like very fast, like aggressive, like hardcore punk kind of stuff, and that's what I'm used to writing, I guess. I'm like, I can make a simple skate beat, like D beat kind of thing. Um, but I don't want to always do that, so I'm trying, like, we're trying to kind of go into heavier stuff, but I don't know. I always feel weird being like, what do you guys sound like? I'm like, I don't know, fucking bad. Oh yeah, can we swear on here?
Yeah,
Yeah,
go
you
for
can
it.
swear.
All right, cool. Sorry. We asked that before we started, and we were like, we'll figure it out, and then I just did that, so I'm sorry.
It's all good. It's all good. I saw Chris's face light up when you mentioned Every Time I Die.
Yeah, of
Thank
course. I
Thank you.
only have
Thank you.
three tattoos inspired by them. Come on.
You really? What do you have?
Yeah.
Let's see it.
I have a dagger with venom in it on my arm. I have in one of their um I think it was for Phenomenon for the original vinyl pressing. They had a cassette tape with a snake on it, like turned into a guitar. I played off of that and
Oh
I made it
yeah.
with a vinyl record as the part of the guitar. And then I forget what the third one is off the top of my head. I got to search my body for it and I don't even know where it is.
You
But
don't
I've got a
remember
third
what
one somewhere.
tattoos you have on your
I've
body?
got
John,
a
take off
I've
your
got a third
pants and
one
show
somewhere.
him.
Yeah, I have an Every Time I Die tattoo, but I would have to take my pants off.
That I did for
You
him.
did it, yeah. Reggie's a tattoo artist. He did
Oh, well, there you go,
90% of my
Chris.
tattoos.
Look, you can go to
Oh,
Reggie for
I know.
tattoos.
I'm looking to
Yeah,
get a
you're only in
tattoo in a
Syracuse.
couple
We're in Binghamton,
weeks.
man.
Yeah.
Shameless plug. Let's go.
I can't believe I don't have any tattoos, so I don't have any to like search for and figure out what I have.
I was just talking to him recently. I was just like, I haven't had a tattoo in a while. Can you put something on me? And it's that's I feel like that's how a lot of my tattoos go. I'm just like, I have a simple idea. Can you make it cool? And then he does.
Actually, you have a complicated idea this time.
Yeah. Oh, the flail.
Yeah.
I have he's gonna give me a flail, like the weapon, but at the end of it, it's gonna be a D20 dice or a D20 die from Dungeons and Dragons. I'm stoked on that.
Yeah. My friend makes custom Dungeons and Dragons dice.
Really?
Nice.
Yeah.
Let's go. Link me.
Yeah.
She does a lot of like girly ones, but I'm sure if you wanted a custom set, she would totally do it.
Yeah. I saw this one custom set of D20 like a whole set, but it was like epoxy, but inside was just pictures of Pedro Pascal.
Yeah.
I want it so badly.
I can send you her stuff. You can check it
Yeah,
out. She's got
genuinely,
like
please do. That's awesome.
a lot of sets. And she has a 3D printer, so she does all sorts of things. But so what separates Disruptor from, other bands that are similar to you?
Feel like I don't know. So I feel like the live shows are definitely
Yeah.
the thing that stands out the most. We're fortunate enough to have the 607 scene behind us, and they always make it fun
Super
and
memorable.
yeah, super memorable. They just go ape shit all the time.
Yeah.
And it's a really good feeling knowing that um a place that was once really huge um in the like in the music culture and stuff is now behind us, and I feel like
Mhm.
that really brings us out more than a lot of other bands just because we have that kind of support.
That kind of community and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, Jonathan, you reached out to us because we had interviewed Tyler from Second Suitor.
Mhm.
And you mentioned in your email that you have new music coming out. Can you tell us
Yes.
more about that?
So, yeah, we just released a song called Eaten Alive, which actually had our original vocalist. He's the guest vocalist on that. I keep hitting you, I'm sorry. Um, we have that, but then we also have um just do the whole thing like this. So no, sorry. Yeah, the other song we have is uh Mass Effect 2. I'm drawing a blank. Like it's like or just Mass. Okay, so the other song we have is like inspired by Mass Effect, and we actually have our friend Brandon from Pure Bliss on it, which I'm stoked about that. Um, I actually saw them like 3 days ago. But yeah, we have those two songs coming out, and sometime shortly after other single gets released, we're gonna release like our first album, like LP or whatever it's technically called, and we're very excited about that.
Do you guys have a date at all set for your release of your album?
We announced that.
Oh yeah, why not? Yeah, nothing's real. It doesn't matter.
Nothing's real.
Yeah, no,
We
I
are
mean, dates can change.
yeah, true, true.
we had it. Our goal is to have everything done and hopefully on the internet by May 16th.
So not too far from now.
Yeah, yeah, not too far.
Yeah.
When are you gonna release this? Is this gonna be back in time? Are you gonna
like
launch
next
launch
year.
this in June and then we're like
No, no, it'll be out before May.
Okay,
Cool.
great. Love that.
But hey, we have had some that, you know, it's just how it lines up. That's why we try to get people on. If they have things coming up, get
Mhm.
on sooner than later because,
Yeah.
you know, we get booked up and it's just first come, first serve usually when we release episodes. So
Yeah.
Yep.
Makes sense.
Now, Eaten Alive, that was used, I believe, in one of your social media videos and was quite a lengthy segment of the song, I guess you'd say. I don't
Mhm.
remember when that went up, but I thought the song was really good.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes.
What went into writing that song? Where did you pull inspiration from?
Like so lyrically, Tyler and I worked on that. That like I started writing that like lyrically. Um, this is crazy. I wrote it when I was really depressed. That never happens in hardcore. No, but like I started writing that about like just dealing with my own insecurities and everything, and like basically it was kind of I'm trying to think how to word it. Like basically dealing with my insecurities and like thinking that like I was gonna like because of my mental health and everything, I was gonna like push away or lose the people that were closest to me. Um, and just like it was just like always eating me alive, you know, that whole thing. Um, but so that's like lyrical content. Musically, like instruments and everything, I was listening to a lot of it was when Devour by Harm's Wake just came out. And I'm a sucker for like a fast like do do da do da kind of beat like that. Um and I was like, I want to write like a kind of fast riff like that. Not like a skate beat, but like fast riff or whatever. And I found a gross chord. I was like, oh, this is cool. And so I just kind of went in that direction. Um, but yeah, I don't really know. It was so long ago that when I wrote it, like when we started writing that, that I was like, I don't even remember like what really went into it besides just like, I hate myself. Let's make a fast song. So that's pretty much how it went.
Now, I'm curious because we've had other guests mention, songs come from, they write when they're inspired by being in that dark place or like mental health issues. Do you find that writing it helps get that you out of that thought pattern, like getting it out there? Because for me, when I'm going through something like that, just talking about it just helps.
Oh,
Uh, t-
100%. Yeah.
so yeah.
I will say on that, I can't stress this enough. For anyone watching, go to therapy. People don't go to therapy enough.
yeah,
But yeah,
people
no,
need to not be
definitely
afraid to go to therapy.
yes, 100%. Um, I tell everyone that I know, it's just like they're going through some stuff. It's like, are you like in a nice way, just like, are you in therapy by chance? But no, like definitely like writing stuff like that, it definitely does help to get it out and like get it on like well, no one uses paper anymore, but like get it out on my phone. But like to write it out and everything and like kind of like express like how like what thoughts are in my head. Sometimes it'll just be like anything, not trying to write lyrics specifically, but just like any thought I'm having, I like type it out and then I kind of go back to it and I think like, wow, that's really depressing. Or, anything like that. But it definitely does help getting it out of my brain and onto something physical to look back on.
I also feel like the process of playing even just at like rehearsing songs and just working as a group and playing out are like so much better
Oh
for
yeah.
like staying positive and like
Yeah.
not getting, because you want to isolate yourself when you're not in a great place, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
you have a reason to like, all right, I need to take a shower and get out of the house
Yeah,
today.
yeah.
Have you had instances where fans or somebody like has heard the song and like made that connection and that further helps you?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
feel like I don't personally remember much with this song, but I remember when we released Ugly Thing, um one person came up and they were just like, yeah, the ending of Ugly Thing just like really speaks to me. And I was like, that's
That's rad.
awesome.
Yeah.
That rules. But this one,
Should we
I mean, like, it's sad, but also like that's awesome.
Yeah, that song ends with me and John doing like an A and B yelling back and forth, like I'm sorry to I'm sorry,
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
like just taking turns yelling, like kind of
Yeah.
A and B on beat.
hmm but yeah, like definitely people, I feel like people have said like I said, not me, but I don't remember specifically about like this, but like I feel like people have definitely said that about stuff before where it's like, oh, that speaks to me or something like that. And it's always so cool to hear that.
Mhm.
Anything like that is like, well, I'm doing it. We're doing it.
Yep. It's great when it reaches the
hmm
masses and makes people feel something.
Yeah.
That's what music's all
That's the
about.
goal. Yeah, that's the goal.
Well, it's not just
Cool.
about being angry. It's kind of like finding a root for that anger, like
Hmm.
where some of these things actually come from,
Yeah.
you know, and being able to express that. And
hmm Yeah. I agree.
Mhm.
Well said. Good job, Reggie.
Now, Jonathan, I had a follow-up question here. I noticed I've seen Second Suitor twice now, right? So you guys
I'm
played
sorry.
with.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm kidding. I'm sorry. I love you,
There
Tyler.
was
If you see
there was
this,
a
I'm sorry.
long since forgotten show, and then in October there was some new venue that opened up in Binghamton.
The Deep
Um,
State?
Deep State.
Is it Crowbar or the Deep State probably? Because I know
I
the
don't know.
Bundy was
So
the
it was
go-to.
supposed to have a name, and then they decided it wasn't going to be that name anymore. And I think when we went down, it still didn't have a name.
Yeah, that's probably the Deep
Deep
State.
State.
It used
yeah,
to be like the House of
Silos.
CeeLo or something like
yeah.
that, I think. Yeah, and then they got new management. Tyler's like, I live an hour and a half away. I have no idea.
New spot in Binghamton. Shit. All I was told is there's a new spot in Binghamton, and I was like, "Word, dope. Like, what is it?" And they were like, "Oh, it's a new spot." And like that's pretty much like the extent.
Yeah.
Like
We're like, we think it's this, but we're
Yeah.
not sure anymore.
it's the new spot, yeah.
That's the name of the venue, the new spot.
Yeah.
Now,
It's like
I
the good place.
what I was going to say is your stage presence and your banter and jokes kind of really floated between songs, right? Do you find that that helps relax the environment and enjoy like makes people enjoy the show more?
I think so, yeah. Tyler's like, well, a little bit. Oh, I thought you were doing that with your hand. I thought you were saying so-so. Just fidgeting.
I honestly think it helps more for us because
Yeah.
like you get on stage no matter how many people you're in front of, you're always going to get the jitters and that nervousness and stuff.
Mhm.
And having that kind of personality come out, even if it's on stage, kind of helps me a lot.
Yeah.
It helps take the pressure off of like, okay, we're not going to internalize the pressure of playing the
Yeah.
show. I'm here with my friends and we're just going to come here and have a good time.
Yeah. Because
And
like that's why we're doing that's why we do music. It's like we want to go and have fun with our friends. We want to have a good time. Like similar with Second Suitor, like I feel like for us, it's one of those things where it's like you'll see a lot, and I'm not shaming anybody that does this, but like you'll see a lot of bands that take it way more seriously than it needs to be, if that makes sense. Which like it's fine, it works for them. I'm not knocking anything like that, but I feel like some people take it really seriously, and it's like at that point it doesn't seem like you're doing it for fun. It seems like you're doing it for a job, which like that's fine if you want to do that. Um, but it's like, there's been times where I've seen bands do that and it seems disingenuous. So like when we go up and we're just like making stupid jokes like half the time, trying to not take it too seriously. It's like, yes, we're taking it seriously because we love this. These songs are personal. They mean something. We want it to mean something to you. We want to give you like a safe place and like a good place to go to. But on the same hand, be like, we're just four idiots. You know what I mean? Like we're just dudes. We're just hanging out.
what's better than this, guys?
These guys being dudes. What's better than this?
Hey, you got to have fun, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If you're not having fun, then what's the point, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly.
I think one of the last times we played, So my best friend Travis, shout out Travis, he knows that I hate the 6'7" meme. I think it's the dumbest fucking thing.
It
But
is
every
stupid.
now
My
and then,
nieces and my nephew love it though.
yeah, like I first heard about it, I will fight you on this. No, I'm kidding. I first heard about it and I was like, I don't get, am I a boomer? I don't get it. But my friend Travis loves to just troll me. So one of the last times he came to one of our shows at the Bundy, he'll periodically take out his phone and just look up a 6'7" meme and just like hold it up while I'm playing. And I'm just, I think out loud one time, I was like, I'm gonna fucking hit you or something like that. But just like little jokes like that, like with Scorched Mind, we're always showing pictures of horses
Yeah, Scorched Mind and Toothless.
and Toothless. Yeah.
Just pulling up pictures of horses. Like, yo, you ever seen one of these? And just like sticking it in their face.
They took the joke so far that we were like on basically a tour together, and one of the venues had a giant display
That
behind
video
them.
wall.
Yeah, they had like one of these huge video walls, and all they did was just a slideshow of
No, I did
horses.
that. No, I made that video for them just to fuck with them because like I knew because it was in Oneana.
Yeah.
Jeff Doyle's the one that runs that venue.
Either way,
And-
they went with it.
Oh,
They played
yeah.
their whole set
Yeah.
with just like
I just like found
slowly
like
galloping.
4K videos of majestic horses. And I periodically like sprinkled in their logo to be like toothless, and then it's just horses. And I was like, "Hey Jeff, can you put this up when they're playing to like prank them?" And it was beautiful. It was beautiful. It was so funny.
I love a good tour prank.
Yeah.
Tour pranks are the best.
Yes. I don't know if there's really been anything else besides that, but like that one's been in locked and loaded so much with us that it's like all we go to.
Give it time. More tours,
Yeah.
more opportunities for pranks.
More tours? Yeah.
More tours.
More horses. You ever heard of these things?
Yeah.
Now,
Yo.
since we mentioned Second Suitor earlier, I am curious, like, are any of you in other bands besides Jonathan?
Nope.
No.
No.
No,
No.
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 Well, then this question's just for him. I'm just curious. I'm
What
just
were you gonna
curious what it's like being in more than one band at the same time.
So I was in more than one band at the time. Like I was in a dad rock band called
Oh,
Break of Aggression out of Binghamton, which shout out them. They're all good dudes.
Yeah.
Um, but it just got to the point where I just took Disruptor more seriously than making my way out that way to play with them. And they were super cool about it. They found a replacement, and Disruptor's been just the only thing I've been doing music wise since.
yeah.
But it's hard, man. Juggling more than one band is very, very.
No, dude, it's so easy and I'm not stressed at all.
I know you're in like every freaking band in the 607 now.
Let it out. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What was the
I was
what
just
was-
asking
just
what it's
juggling
like
two bands?
being in multiple bands at one time.
It's fun. It does get stressful, obviously. But it definitely is fun. Like I love this band. Like Tyler knows this. Like this is my baby. But I love Second Suitor. Like Tyler has been one of my best friends for years. Him and I used to be in a band together called Lilac Night, and we've just been friends for years. Like we have really good chemistry. Like when him and I play music together, and so just like obviously there is that balance between like bands and personal life and stuff like that. Like it is difficult, but it's super fun, so it's worth it.
Yeah.
It's
Now
very
speaking,
different, like the energy going from this one and then being like, I'm so sorry I cut you off.
you're fine. Keep going.
It's very different, like the energy going from this one where it's like, I'm gonna put my head through a wall because I hate the government. And then the next one, it's like, this song's about learning how to fall in love again. And I'm like, hell yeah. These things are awesome.
It does help that the
Yeah.
music's different.
Yeah.
It's not the exact same kind of, thing
Yeah.
you're doing in both
Yeah.
bands. So
Yeah.
that would definitely be harder, I think, if it was the same exact thing. At least you get to change it up a little.
Yeah.
Right.
And also in that one, I don't really have to do that much. I just kind of show up. Like
Yeah.
Tyler and Brent are the ones. Tyler and Brent are the ones that are just kind of like, "Hey, we're gonna do this." I'm like, "Okay, I'm here," and I just play drums.
Well, see, there you go. It's a little easier. You do
Yeah.
more in this band, but do less in the other one.
Pretty much, yeah.
Now, talking more about like bands and music and everything, how would you say the scene in upstate New York is through your eyes?
I think Binghamton specifically is in a really good place. It's really good spot that hasn't always been, like the fact that we have multiple options for booking live is great. There were times where we could only do like Legion shows, or there was a couple years where people were just trying to do house shows. So to see like that ebb and flow, because eventually the bar owners kind of get sick of dealing with us, or people get too rowdy, and then all of a sudden they're like, "Nah, we're done."
Yeah.
So we like,
Throw a trash
the
can at a window. It's
yeah,
like
pull
we're not doing
pull the
this anymore.
toilet off the wall.
That's insane.
Yeah,
That actually happened,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's insane.
Multiple times. I brought that up at work, and somebody was like, "Wait, which time?"
You right.
No, I didn't get that
Yeah,
bad.
some asshole threw the toilet off the wall. I don't know what happened.
It happened again. But
So right now, Binghamton specifically, it's like, but the cool thing about upstate is each city has a cool but welcoming vibe, you know, because we're an hour away from Syracuse, we're a couple hours away from Rochester and Buffalo, Scranton seems to be kind of building back up, which is
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, I think they're starting to get more venues and stuff like that because like at the moment the only venues that I know of that like that they were able to do was the V spot,
Yeah.
which they're booked like 9 years ahead of time, and then what is the other one? The
Union
vape shop,
Vapors.
Union Vapors, and
Yeah.
they like I think there's like a legal thing that they can't start shows until after 9 p.m.
It's after their workout.
Yeah, so it's like, oh, sick, come to the six band bill at 9 p.m. Here and there they do stuff, not as frequently.
Now that the
Um,
summer's going.
but yeah, the Binghamton scene is every scene that we've been to, like we haven't really, like Reggie said, we haven't really been anywhere that like felt unwelcoming, which is good.
And the thing about Binghamton though is like it's a small enough city where we don't get too much draw from like huge touring acts, you know what I mean? So it's like all kind of grassroots. So it's like there's no like 300 to 400 cap room here in the area. It's just us kind of finding old dead storefronts that they'll let us throw a DIY show, and
And people show up.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
Those
shout
are
out
the
to
best.
the kids. We had
Those are the best shows, though.
yeah.
Mhm.
I've been to many in my earlier years. I've been to many basement shows or ones just in some random rundown warehouse. I think I went to
Yeah,
once.
yeah.
Those were the days.
Wasn't there a place in Binghamton that had like it was like an old factory that just had like a giant rocking chair on the top
Yeah,
of it?
that
They
was
just throw
called
shows in?
Paws Woodshed. And when they were doing shows there, they called it the electric chair because of the
That's
giant
awesome.
recliner that
Yeah,
was
there was
on
just a
top.
huge like wooden chair on top of this building.
Yeah, it was like so big you could see it from the highway kind of deal.
Nice.
That's actually like when I first started going out.
Nice.
Hmm.
And now you guys are playing a show in June with Goon Squad at the Crowbar. There's quite some time between now and then. Do you have any other shows you're working on?
The one we were talking about in May.
Yeah. It's like, how do months work?
Yeah,
the one in May.
and then in June.
I
and I
have
think
all
we're
of the
like-
shows on my phone, but that's
Yeah.
over there. Yeah, I think the one in May is the only one that we have coming up before that, which I hopefully will give us enough time to like promote the songs and everything.
Yeah, for sure.
And then because you guys mentioned Scranton, I saw you guys played the Ritz Theater back in February. What was your experience like there? I think I saw For the Better play with Soft Spoken there last year. So what was your experience like at that venue?
Someone lost a tooth during our set. It was awesome.
Well, they gave us like the back room spot. Have you been in the back room where like
Called the
there's
dungeon or
yeah,
whatever?
there's a bar, there's an axe throwing area. So they didn't give us like the actual main room.
Yeah.
He was like, "Oh, you want a Sunday night during the Super Bowl? Here, throw it." And so they just gave our buddy Lou the fucking in the back room, and
That was rough. I had
it
to,
was
it was
fun
on.
though.
Oh, it was fun. I had to
We
work.
were literally bouncing off walls because it was just a hallway.
Yeah.
with the PA set up.
There was like maybe 14 feet from side to side. So like people were literally just running back and forth and jumping off
Yeah.
the walls.
Yeah, it was nuts.
Yeah.
That was Super Bowl Sunday. I had to work at a pizza place that day and then race down to Pennsylvania for that. It sucked. I showed up to the show in my Pudgy's outfit.
Yeah, I didn't even see you until we had to go on
Yeah.
stage. I was like, "Oh, hey, John, what's up?" You're like, "We have to play." I was like, "I didn't even get to say hi." Okay, let's go. So that's why, that's where the on stage joking kind of
Yeah.
helps out too.
Yeah. It also doesn't help. I'm pretty
Oh
sure
yeah, and there's
all
a
of us-
video of you just yelling, "I just drove pizza for 3 hours
Yeah.
today."
And I feel like it also doesn't help that I'm pretty sure we all have ADHD of some sort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're just,
Yeah.
were you?
Yeah.
How'd it go?
I'm clean. Turns out
I'm clean of ADHD.
I think everyone has some type of ADHD.
Oh,
Probably in the
100%.
modern age, yeah. Whether you're
Mhm.
born with it or whether it's environmental, you got something.
I love the memes where it's like people like boomers saying like back in my day we didn't have ADHD or anything like that, and it's like you had plastic on your couch that you couldn't like live without. Like you had something.
You had
That's
asbestos
OCD.
in your walls, lead in your paint. Yeah, are you kidding me?
Oh, that's the reason why I'm fucking fried.
Now,
And I think we have another spot coming up at the Ritz, like mid-July.
I know that
We're gonna do that
Lou was
weekender.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Right. I'm sorry.
Not Lou.
It's like, hey, can we do this weekend? Or you're like, yeah, probably.
No, you just came out and said no.
We'll see.
If you behave.
Yeah, dude, if Reggie eats his vegetables.
Hate vegetables.
I hate vegetables. I'm sorry.
now,
See,
while,
there's that ADHD.
Yeah.
a while
I
back,
have my
you guys-
medication in the car.
You guys posted a while back about being awful at social media.
That was
We
me.
completely sympathize with that. That was like back in October. We're also terrible at social media. Is it something you guys are trying to work on at all, or are you just kind of letting the music kind of take that natural lead the old school way?
So yes and no. So yes, as like we are trying to be more attentive to posting on social media and trying to connect with fans digitally and stuff like that. But life just be lifing sometimes, and it gets in the way of like completing that goal. But I mean, anytime that we have like something big come up, I think we do a pretty good job in like informing people and promoting. But any of the smaller stuff, we just kind of push aside just because we're just so.
No, I was just like, I don't need to answer this one because it was a post that I made, so I was like, someone else
Yeah.
talk, please.
But yeah, to summarize, like yes, like for the bigger stuff, we try to promote and we try to really push out social media wise and digital, connect digitally with our fans. But yeah, other than that, we just kind of leave it alone until
Well,
stuff comes.
I also think too that kind of plays into like the not taking it super seriously kind of thing. Because like I feel like our vibe on social media is like we're just kind of stupid. So like I feel like it kind of helps. It's like, oh hey, we're bad at this. Sorry. Here's a thing that you should care about. And then we go like 2 weeks again without saying anything.
I also actually work. We kind of brought it up briefly. I work as an artist too. So like I try to mentally tell myself I'm going to play that game. Like I'm going to post tattoos, I'm going to post drawings, I'm going to post paintings. And then you very quickly get burnt out and it kind of takes your attention away from the work. You know what I mean? Where in the long run, the most important thing is like the work and the output, So you kind of got to play that balance. Is like you got to play the game a little bit to make your end products out there, but at the same time, you don't want that to take attention away from the work you need to be doing.
Yeah. And also I feel like the way that social media works changes kind of frequently.
Oh, that is
And
in the last year, it feels like
I just like
Instagram is tanked,
Mhm.
TikTok was up, and then TikTok went back down because they were talking about who was going to buy it. Facebook is like
our president saved it. He's a hero.
Can we say that?
You can say whatever you want.
All right.
Let me go on rant quick.
Facebook is just all kind of like
Facebook's so hit and miss. I feel like.
boomers arguing about politics and
That's not a real mosh pit. Back in my day when I saw Slayer in '95.
It was an
That's a real
AI.
mosh pit.
It's an AI mosh pit.
Oh God. I did
That drives me nuts when like there's all these conversation generators on fan groups. It's like Riffmaster AI asked the 607 punk scene, what was your guys' favorite local show? I'm like, why are you guys answering this? This is an AI bot that's not going to like answer you
Yeah,
back. Like
don't
it
engage
acts
with
like
it.
it wants to start a conversation, but it's just posting this stuff.
We got Reggie on this AI hate
Sorry,
train.
sorry. She brought it up.
No, it's okay.
Well, we just did an
We're in the
episode
same
not
boat.
long ago about our thoughts on AI music and stuff. So
Yeah.
I've been getting a lot of ads on my TikTok for that Sonos app that's like, you know, oh, look at I had this thing make me a guitar solo. It's
Oh,
like
yeah.
you please
mm,
don't please
Please
just
just
play your guitar like you should.
I will say I did see I don't condone this, but I did see an AI cover of like a 50s doo-wop band covering Down with the Sickness by Disturbed, and it was fantastic.
hey, so I don't mind like AI stuff when it's like spoofy stuff,
Hmm.
but when it's like I'm rolling through like YouTube and my playlist ends and it starts playing like this band and I'm like, "Oh, I really like this. This is kind of good." And then I go and like investigate and I'm just like, "Yeah, this is totally AI. Dang it."
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so disappointing.
Yeah.
There was that one time on Spotify where like a bunch of it just happened again a couple like 2 months ago, I want to say, but like a year ago, like Downswing, Left Behind, a bunch of like heavier bands had like their like Spotify's hacked and just uploaded like AI music to their account like profiles and stuff like that. And it all had the same artwork. It was really weird. I remember seeing like, oh, a new song from Left Behind. I thought they broke up. And then it was like the most Warped Tour metalcore bullshit I've ever heard. I was like, they sound different. Then I found out it was AI.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Did you guys go to Warp Tour back in the day?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was
Yeah.
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 We went together.
We?
Yes.
I remember. Oh yeah, yeah, I
Chris
think
and
I
I
remember.
went together and didn't know we went together.
Really? That's awesome.
Yeah, my dad drove us down, I think. Or no. I met you there
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
can't remember. This is going on
Yeah.
15 years ago or
Yeah.
something like that.
Somewhere then.
Yeah. 2010, 2011, something like that.
I remember
Yeah, Chris,
seeing
how long ago was that for us? 2005, right?
2005 that we were at the same one in Buffalo and we
Yeah.
didn't know.
The Darien Lake Warp Tours.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I think '05 was the first year that well, it was the second year at Darien, but it was the first year they took it out of the parking lot. Because I think '04 they put it in the parking lot. And then '05 is when they put it out into like that big field and you had to walk over the hill and it turned into a mud pit.
Oh boy.
Yep.
Yeah, I
And that
remember
was the
going
year of the thunderstorm that rolled through
Nice.
randomly.
I remember going to Warp Tour and like just being like so scared of like any pit that was near me. And like and then I think like the next year I was like, I'm gonna crowd surf, I'm gonna go high five Mitch Lucker. And it was awesome. I did do that. It was rad.
Yeah.
I feel like we all were a little scared our first Warp
Yeah.
Tour, probably. Like, oh, this is different.
Yeah.
Oh, I definitely was. Like I did not want to even be in like the like middle of the back row of like this
Yeah.
because like people were already just like jamming out, jumping, pushing each other. And I'm like, I'm 15. I don't
Yeah.
want to get hurt.
Yeah.
And then as I guess like the times have gone on, like I've had some really cool memories at Warp Tour. Like I went to the bathroom and this dude like posts up in the stall next to me, which is weird because I'm 16. And he's like, "So who did you come here to see?" I'm like, at that time, I think the Black Dahlia Murder was playing.
Mhm.
I think it was the one that Bring Me the Horizon headlined. I can't remember,
Maybe I don't know.
but I'm like, told him these bands, and he's like, "Yeah, you should check out Chiodos." And I'm like, "Yeah, I've heard of him or whatever." Come to find out, it was Craig Owens, like just
That's awesome.
taking a piss next to me, like it was sweet. I got to like talk to him, like
You got the
obviously
piss
out.
next to
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I pissed next to Craig Owens. Have that be the thumbnail icon.
Interview with Disruptor. I piss next to Craig Owens.
That's actually a really great song title.
Right, yeah. That's a
It sounds like
that's
it'd be in that genre.
that's a Fallout Boy song title.
I don't know. Chiodos had some pretty long titles
Yeah.
as
Oh
well.
yeah.
Exactly.
I'm trying to remember. The only one that I can remember is like No Hardcore Dancing in the Living Room. Like wasn't there like there's no penguins in Alaska or something like that?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Man, I haven't listened to Chiodos in ages.
Yeah.
Speaking of hardcore dancing, do you guys remember the old school drive-by hardcore
That
dancing
is my
video?
favorite breakdown of all time. I swear to God.
Stiletto
By
by
Symphony and Peril.
yeah,
That album
yeah.
fucks. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I got so hyped.
You got them all hyped, Chris.
I know. I gotta go take a walk. No.
Better
Yeah, sorry, but yes,
start
back to your
moshing
questions.
in the interview.
No. Oh, no. Sorry, I had to. I'm sorry. You can cut that, right? We're not live.
We're not live, but that's a great teaser
These
reel.
cameras aren't real, right? No.
It's great for social media.
Oh yeah.
That's the thumbnail.
So last time I was in Binghamton, I actually ate at the Crowbar.
Yes.
Good choice.
Oh, that's a good choice for Binghamton.
Oh yes.
Yes.
Got it. I got violently ill.
Oh no.
That's part of the charm.
Then never mind.
What did you eat? Was it like the nachos or
Chicken
wings?
smash burger?
No,
The
I
Dungeon Mistress
definitely
fries?
Hot dog?
I definitely got a dungeon dog.
That'll do it.
They taste great, but they're not good coming out. It's just like Taco Bell.
It's called a dungeon dog.
Exactly.
What did you
Why
expect
would
was
you
gonna
not
happen?
get that?
Why would you get that? That's what they're feeding you if you're locked up in a dungeon.
If you were a dog.
They don't give you like, great food in a dungeon. Usually it's just bread
Okay,
and
so this is our
water.
heavenly float burger.
I love the outside perspective. It's called a dungeon dog. You put that in your mouth. You logically saw that on a menu and ordered it.
This was a choice you made.
I could see you ordering that if it was like some castle themed place.
They do have the Dungeon Mistress fries, which are kind of castle themed, I guess. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just stupid.
But the whole restaurant needs to be like dungeon themed,
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be
That
sick.
makes more
That'd be rad.
sense.
What's that fancy ass restaurant? Like it's kind of across like nearby. It's like I think it's Italian.
Dog?
You like go in behind a bookcase or some shit.
Oh,
205
205
Drive.
Drive.
Yeah, 205 Drive.
It's
Speakeasy.
a little speakeasy.
Yeah.
It's pretty sick. I like that place.
I will say though, I have a quick rant about 205 Drive. The first time I ever went there, I went with some friends. I don't drink, and I went there and I remember asking the waitress like, "Hey, what do you have here to drink that's not alcoholic?" And she looked at me like I had just killed her dog in front of her. She was like, "Non-alcoholic?" I was like, "Yeah,
Like, have you
it's
ever-
not that big of a deal."
have you ever
It was
heard of
so.
water.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of milk? Like,
Hey, can I get a glass of milk in the speakeasy?
Like seriously.
Is there a mixer? Like, can you just give me the sour mix?
At least at the Crowbar, they make you a mocktail, which is cool.
Yeah, I feel like you
Big
could get a
red difference.
mocktail anywhere, but she is apparently
Yeah.
just used to having booze drinks.
Yeah. And I remember I said I was like she was kind of rude to me about it. And then my one friend was just like, "Well, it's a speakeasy." I was like, "I don't give a fuck if it's a speakeasy."
Why
She
does
was
that
upset with me.
justify it?
I know exactly.
I think back in the day, I just ordered an orange juice once
Hell yeah.
at the bar. I'd be like, "Can I get some orange juice?"
Yeah. I used to
That's
do that
all.
with
They're
pineapple
like, "You
juice at
don't
this
want
bar I worked
anything
at.
in it?" They're like, "You don't want anything in it?" And I'm like, "No, just orange juice."
Can I get a screwdriver, but like the thing that you used to chase it with, just the
Yeah.
orange juice?
Just, can I get a sex on the beach with no sex? Just beach.
Now, if I were to visit Binghamton, I'm not going to eat at the Crowbar. Where am I eating at?
Okay.
Okay.
What do
So-
you like?
This-
Yeah, it depends on what you're looking for.
Gluten-free. Make it
Parlor
complicated.
City.
Another city.
Parlor City vegan. They have some gluten-free stuff. They have really good vegan food. They have a Crunchwrap Supreme, like a vegan Crunchwrap Supreme. It is phenomenal. I'm trying to think other gluten-free stuff specifically.
Doesn't Lost Dog have a bunch of
Yeah,
gluten-free
Lost
stuff?
Dog has a lot of gluten-free stuff. I mean, don't go here, but like Pudgy's also has gluten-free
Don't
pizza.
do that. Don't do that.
Like
Don't do that.
that's one of the few places that I know has gluten.
It's like one of the worst fast food pizza chains.
That's-
Sorry you work there.
That's why I said
but
don't go there.
Don't go there.
I love my Pudgy's crew, but the pizza wasn't great. But no, yeah, I don't know of any other like gluten-free stuff. Besides,
Yeah, it's tough sometimes.
yeah. Well, I think of like Endicott and Vestal, JC. That's all Binghamton to me. Um, Core Life. It's like a eatery, I guess. It's like
Are they a chain?
probably.
Yeah, because it's up here too.
Oh, okay, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
Core Life is really good. I'm trying to think of like local place. If you want really good local like Mexican food, go to El Coco in Endicott. Fantastic. I went there last week and I'm like itching to go back again.
Nice.
Yeah. You ever been
Yeah.
there?
No.
We're just gonna talk now. No, I'm
If you
kidding.
if you guys ever make it to Wisconsin and you make it to the Milwaukee area, definitely check out Chucho's Red
Ooh.
Tacos.
Oh man, that's
Okay.
They're mine and my husband's favorite taco place. And we went there in a snowstorm once just because we needed them.
That's fair. That's fair.
How bad are your snowstorms?
Yeah.
Not probably as bad as your guys' snowstorms.
Okay.
Not a Syracuse
Although
snowstorm.
although we
Yeah.
did just have a random snowstorm like, back last week Monday, right? We had
Yeah.
like a blizzard warning,
Mhm.
but the worst of it was north of where I live, and they got like 30 inches of snow.
Yeah. Yep.
That's
We
like
didn't get that much. We got like
That-
5 to 6.
Yeah, that's like Buffalo for us. Like
Yeah.
it could be just like 5 to 7 inches, like a normal regular ass snowstorm or whatever. But then you go to Buffalo and there's like 6 feet walls of snow on the highways. Like they just get pounded with snow all the
Yeah.
time.
Lake effect.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That damn lake effect. See, I'm lucky enough that usually don't get much lake effect from Lake Michigan because we're on the left-hand side of the lake,
Mhm.
but Michigan gets the worst probably because they're on the other side.
Love lakes.
That's okay. Michigan can have our snow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They can have our snow. Chris loves Syracuse. He loves Syracuse.
I see him shaking his head. He's like, "Don't you put that evil on me."
No. Yeah, no, I definitely don't. I was gonna say because she was like, "Oh, if I ever find myself in Binghamton," I was gonna say, if you ever find yourself in Syracuse, leave. Like,
If I ever find myself in Binghamton, it's going to be because I came to visit you or something, Chris. So we'll
yeah.
be driving down together or up together or whichever direction it
To
is.
be fair, October when I went down there was the first time I was ever actually in Binghamton, and I've only ever driven through.
It's only ever driven through. Is that the good choice? Is to just keep driving?
That's also a song title. It's only ever driven through. I feel like that'd be a song title. I'm just gonna pitch song titles the rest of this.
Yeah.
I am curious to turn this more back into music.
Yes,
Like,
please. I'm sorry. We're sorry.
do you guys have any personal favorite bands or music interests?
What?
I said I'm gonna let you do this.
You start.
Yeah, you
Oh
start.
shit! I don't.
Yeah, Tyler.
He gets to talk.
Oh fuck!
He's like, I hold the microphone for a living. This sucks.
How about like artists or like music interests that no one would expect from like a heavy band?
Oh fuck!
Now you're really making him think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it's not my strong
You want to
point.
go first?
Yeah, John goes first.
Oh,
Every once in a while, I will nerd out about weird electronic music like synthwave and stuff.
It's
Like it
true, I
sounds
mean,
like
too.
it's the soundtrack for like 80s sci-fi
like a
and
Tron movie.
horror movies and stuff. Like it'll just click, and I'm just like all about it. And like good driving music, you know?
Oh, yeah.
See, I've been on like a huge like folk music type thing, like Noah Khan-esque
Mm-hmm.
type bands. No,
Noah
no,
Khan
this is my
rules.
house. No. um,
Hey, Aaron, go outside your home.
no, but
No.
but me and my fiance have been kind of like dipping into like the folky type of stuff, and I find it to be really relaxing at times.
Mhm.
Especially since I've been listening to heavy music for most of my life, having that kind of softer essence come in music wise it's a nice refresh.
I'm
Yeah,
kind of
you should
the same way.
you should check out Sam Tabor. We consider him
Tabor?
pretty folky.
I'm gonna write them down right now.
Wait, you said Tabor with a B or V?
Tabor with a B.
Tabor.
Yep.
It's like a redneck saying table. I got a
He
Tabor.
started out as a YouTuber.
He
Nice,
still is
that's
a
awesome.
YouTuber.
Well, he still is, but
Yeah.
he doesn't do as much YouTube since didn't he like break his shoulder or something like that?
Yeah, he broke his shoulder snow skating.
That's awesome, honest. I mean, not awesome that he broke his shoulder, but like that he was doing his snow skating.
I think he was actually it didn't heal properly, so now he actually had surgery, I think, today
No,
to
it was
have
a
it
few days. It
fixed.
was a few days ago. Like he
Yeah.
thought he just dislocated it, but then he went back in because it was still hurting him, and they're like, "Actually, this is broken."
And it was healing improperly, so I think they
Yeah.
had to go back in and actually re-break it.
Oh,
That's what you just said.
So much fun. Bones as you get older probably heal not
Oh
as
yeah.
nicely.
Dating
I don't
again.
think
You
I've
just
ever broken any bones except for when I was like 1 years old.
Oh. I've I've never broken a bone. A friend of mine broke one of my bones before though, on accident. So like I didn't do it, someone else did. That was stupid. It was like we took a little date, like a little weekend trip to New York City, which was our first mistake. And then it was so weird because our my friend Travis, the one who always shows me the 6-7 memes, he had like a horrible asthma attack at like 1 in the morning. And so we had to walk over to a hospital. I saw his doctor, went back to the hotel room. We woke up to check out. And then, like, long story short, like, my friend wouldn't get up. He was roughhousing. And then he picked me up and, like, slammed me on the ground and he broke my foot. And then I went back to the same hospital and saw the same doctor. He was like, "What are you doing here?" That's how I broke my foot. That's my
Huh,
story.
fun. Have you ever broken any bones, Chris? I don't remember.
No, but I did have a friend of mine break his ankle on my birthday. So happy
That's
Happy
birthday
fun.
to
birthday.
was
me.
it at your birthday party?
No, we were
For
skating.
you.
And he went to ollie off a loading dock and his front foot landed in front of his
Oh,
board
Oh God, I've done that so many times, but I never actually broke it.
and so he walked home and,
he hobbled.
it was 2005. He thought he just rolled it. We
Yeah.
walked
Oh,
home
yup.
back in
Yeah.
those days.
Did you said that you were skating with him?
Yeah.
Do you still skate at all or no?
It's mainly just cruising around the neighborhoods now.
That's fair.
Like I can't
That's fair.
my
He's
I feel
old
gotten
like
knees
older.
can't stand shit.
He's gotten older.
yeah,
Can't
I feel
risk
that.
it.
I feel like the most I do is like every go skate day, I'll go outside and do a kickflip, and then I'm like, I'm good, and then I'll go back inside.
Yeah, that muscle memory is gone for me too. Kickflips
Yeah,
are gone. Like
I want to
I
skate.
lost it.
I know, me too. I've been like really wanting
Do you want to go skateboarding this summer?
Yes, you want to
Let's
go do
do it.
karate in the garage?
Yes. I kind
Did
of
you
want to go
guys
buy.
just become best friends?
Yup.
Yep.
Chris, you should just take a trip down to Binghamton and
Yeah,
just
let's all just
go
hang out.
cruise.
Oh,
You
there's
guys
that new
can just
skate
go
park in
cruise.
Owego.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's this dude that I follow on YouTube who like he just like does
He reviewed skate parks
review.
from Rochester.
Yeah. Oh, he's from Rochester?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Dude, God's Love played at that shop.
That's right. And
Yeah.
God's Love is playing in Binghamton right now.
Well, unfortunately, you're here.
Do you see
This
the-
is more
do
important.
you
I'm
see-
glad we were here.
We went from what kind of non-aggressive music
Yeah.
do you like to Breaking Bones skateboarding.
This is true. This is what
Yeah.
we do in this podcast. On this podcast, we get off topic very easily.
Yeah. Okay, great. We're right at home then.
Because
It's okay. It's okay. That's what makes it real and, in the moment.
right.
But we can get back on task if you want.
Yes, please.
What bands do we like?
Like
Chris
not
said what
non-aggressive,
bands
or do
that
you
you
want us to
like
go-
that are like something that people wouldn't expect you to like.
Okay.
Like it's something like completely different.
I did that one.
Yeah.
You did that one.
Yep. You got anything, Ty? You want me to go? Yeah, please.
I was gonna say we gave you all this time to think.
Yeah, no, I know. I've been fucking taking every goddamn second. So I have like a secret love for like pop. Doesn't really matter if it's like newer shit, just earworm stuff. And probably most people if like they knew me when I was like younger and shit like that. But I love like that really whiny like post-hardcore or like early metalcore shit. Like my jam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell
Yeah.
That's probably like mine.
Who?
Skylit Drive is like my fucking shit. Yeah, just shit like that. We Came as Romans, early Asking Alexandria, Mice and Men, the really higher register. Like, is that a chick or a guy? Like,
Yep, all great bands.
yeah, that was my shit growing up. So I'd probably say that.
Yeah, We Came as Romans was really sick.
Yeah. There you go, John.
Oh, my turn.
Yeah.
Okay, I got a few locked and loaded for you. So rapid fire. I love Say Anything. I'm a sucker for like overlapping vocals. So Say Anything is really fun, but like for overlapping vocals, I have gotten into Emery again recently. They have in my opinion, they have some of the most like beautiful vocal harmonies and everything. Love that. Um, Honestly, too, I fuck with Tate McRae a lot. She's cool. I had a like one of the interns at my old job showed me, and I was like, "Yo, this rules." Um, but something besides that, I used to make fun of my friends for doing this, and then I started doing it, and I was like, "Okay, I get it." But I really love listening to like video game OSTs. Like I'll listen to the Silent Hill 2 soundtrack like front to back. I have the Silent Hill 4 soundtrack on vinyl. I'll put it on when I'm cleaning. I'm like, this is awesome. But yeah, that's about it. Like Say Anything, Emery. Um, I don't like it, but my wife is a big 5 Seconds of Summer fan, and I hate that she got a song stuck in my head today. Like she was like, this is one of their most hated song. Like she was like, they hate this song. And I was like, okay, cool, let's hear it. And then she put it on, and I was like, it was stuck in my head for like 4 hours afterwards.
Do you ever have to like just, listen to a song again and get it out of your head?
Yes, 100%.
I
Listen
hate
to
when
it
that
on
happens. You're like, I got this song stuck in my head, but then I feel like sometimes that backfires.
Yeah, then it gets stuck longer, and then you just go down a rabbit hole of other songs from them, and it's like, this is all I want to listen to now.
But yeah, well, this last question we have is not music related, but it's the most
Okay.
important question we always ask everyone now. Uh,
Interesting.
Okay.
and since there's four of you, I'm hoping for some good answers.
Oh boy, pressure.
What is your favorite dinosaur?
Fuck, dude.
Velociraptor all fucking day.
What's the? I was trying to make a joke. I couldn't even think of it. I was gonna say like the one that like bit the face of that shitty dude in Jurassic Park.
Dilophosaurus.
Maybe, dude. I don't.
He had the.
Yeah, the one with like
Yeah.
the fins come out of his fucking face.
Yeah,
No,
it is.
my
I'm
favorite
not sure
dinosaur.
if the fins were real because there's no fossilization of like the bones that would have whipped up his stuff.
What a
Would you
fucking
like a dumb
dork.
dinosaur fact?
What?
Did
We
you know
love
that
yeah.
we
they're
love
start?
dinosaur facts. We love
Did you know that they're
dinosaurs.
starting to classify Tyrannosaurus as a family of dinosaurs, not just one type of dinosaur? They've have enough distinction on things like, I think it's their leg bones to see that there were different subspecies of the Tyrannosaurus Rex as opposed to there just being like one of them.
Yeah.
So they're like classifying it as multiple animals under the Tyrannosaur heading.
I didn't know that, so that's pretty cool to hear.
Did you watch the
I blacked out.
did you watch the Netflix documentary Dinosaurs? That's got
No, I
Morgan
just fall
Freeman
asleep
narrating.
to YouTube sometime where people are like going off about modern paleontology.
Apparently the Tyrannosaurs are seemingly the most definitively proven to be the ones that had feathers, the whole family.
Really?
Wow.
Mhm.
Okay.
Because they were, I think, just how far did you get into it? Did you get into
We only
episode
watched
3?
2 episodes.
So in episode 3, they talk about how the Tyrannosaur family started in a cold climate. So it had feathers to keep it warm.
And that's why they think the hands were so small, right? Because there was most likely feathers coming off of that.
Yeah.
They were most likely like chickens.
This is a side of you that I didn't know existed. Was like you and all your knowledge of dinosaurs. Just like
It's funny how
everything
you
I know about Reggie
find
is
out
like,
things randomly during
yeah.
interviews.
It's like all I know about Reggie is like hardcore music, heavy music, tattoos, and comic books. And then he's like, also, here's some random ass dinosaur facts. I'm like, sick.
Well, Reggie might be interested in a couple episodes that we had because we had two paleontologists on.
Oh, that
Really?
rules.
That's awesome.
One of them talks about dinosaurs, the other one talks about organisms and other things prior to dinosaurs. But it was still a fun conversation.
Cool.
Proto.
Yeah, we thought about it. We're like, man, we should have a paleontologist on. One that's into music too.
What kind
Right on. That's great.
What kind of music are they into? We're interviewing you now.
The one that was from, where is he from? The Netherlands?
No, he was from like Sweden, wasn't he?
I don't know, somewhere
Sweden.
in that area.
Sweden.
He's into like metal and that kind of stuff. And then the other one
Checks
we
out.
had on, he's still in school. But he calls himself the pop punk paleontologist.
That's awesome.
Rad.
Who's that dude? Like 2 minutes to late night or whatever? I don't know why that reminded me of that. Okay. And yeah, sorry, that reminded me of that. I thought that he was like did similar things, but it was just bird noises that you
Yeah.
were talking about.
Yeah.
Not paleontology at all.
All right, so we got a Velociraptor and a Dilophosaurus, or did you not decide completely?
I guess that I was trying to remember. I just started playing Turok 2 again recently, and I was trying to think of the name of the dinosaurs from that game, and I was gonna make a joke about it, but I couldn't think of it. So just pretend I said nothing. You're gonna cut this out, right?
Nope.
Nope.
Make a compilation of me being like, "These aren't on." You're gonna cut this.
I was trying to pitch to these guys that we should start a joke hardcore band called Tricera Chops.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
You could turn it into a song.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You guys can make a dinosaur song. There you go.
that's sick.
Here we go.
Oh, we'll sell it to kids.
We've written
There's a
sections
huge.
about weird
That's
things.
an untapped market.
Honestly, yeah.
Heavy music for
Hardcore
kids.
for kids.
Yeah.
What was that one? Did you ever see the video of It's called like My First Hardcore Song. It's like this 8-year-old girl that like her dad made a song and she did vocals on it. It's very wholesome, but like it's honestly like got riffs.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Yeah, it's called My First Hardcore Song. She's like, my name is Juliet and I like Robert and my fishes or something like that. It's really cute, honestly.
I still need 2 dinosaurs, though.
Quetzalcoatls.
Gesundheit? The fuck did you just say?
They were the largest flying dinosaurs, the Quetzalcoatls.
Oh, okay.
They're in. I think they were in one of the newer Jurassic movies.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're
This-
freaking huge.
Yeah.
I had a question, but it was like potentially really embarrassing, but nothing's real, so I'm gonna ask anyway. Pterodactyls are they part of like dinosaur family?
Yes.
Okay, I thought so. Okay.
No, they're not
Did you know you
dinosaurs.
can't hear pterodactyls go to the bathroom?
Because their pee is silent?
Yay!
Just beat the shit out of you.
They were just alive at the same time. They're not dinosaurs, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You fucking lied to me. I'm sorry.
But if it's your
don't think-
favorite dinosaur, like you can say it.
My favorite
Like, we're not gonna
dinosaur,
argue with
my
you.
favorite dinosaur is the dinosaur on the My Dinosaur Life album by Motion City Soundtrack.
I think it's a T-Rex.
Earl Sinclair. That is my favorite dinosaur, and
Yep.
or his boss. Sinclair.
Not the mama.
Stegosaurus.
No, I would have to say either a T-Rex because I was like pretty basic as a kid, or a plesiosaur because the Loch Ness monster is still real to me. So
Yes.
I'd probably
It's
say
true.
those two.
I like that you said plesiosaur, not whatever the Loch Ness is.
No, dude, I'm
Lock in.
I'm
Lock
I-
in with Loch Ness.
dumb shit, dude.
Lock in with Loch Ness. That's awesome.
That's band name called it.
Lock in, but spelled like.
Locked shut, but spelled like LOCH. What are your guys' favorite dinosaurs, huh?
Brachiosaurus.
Nice.
Yeah, and I like the ankylosaur.
You don't even get a nice. Haha.
No, that's all right.
Nice, bro. There you go.
I said it.
Yeah, Aaron said it. You just didn't have a mic. It didn't count.
Yeah.
Say it again.
Nice.
This is the most we've gotten out of this dinosaur question.
Really?
Yeah.
What did Tyler say? He's like, I like
Oh
T-Rex. I'm
shit! What
basic."
did Tyler
I
say?
don't remember. I'd have to go back and
Plesiosaur.
re-listen.
Oh, Tyler, not Tyler.
Yeah, yeah.
Tyler.
This is Taylor.
Second suitor.
Yeah. Tyler, he's like, I like the
Call him right now.
rap. Oh my god, that'd be really funny. Could I do that?
Sure.
You can do whatever
Oh
you
my
want.
Dude, do it.
All right, hold
Oh,
on.
we're gonna have a.
Imagine if he doesn't. He answers. He's like, "The fuck do you want?"
It's gonna be like it's
What about you?
Saturday
Oh
night.
wait, you just said.
Yeah.
Well, you know you're not playing a show because they need you. So
Imagine he's wrestling.
probably.
Can you hear this? Once it rings.
No.
Tyler.
Do do do.
He probably won't answer though.
Hey Tyler, can you hear me? Yeah. What's up? Can you guys hear him?
Yeah, a little bit.
I hear you? Yeah. Okay. So you remember that podcast you did, Jam X podcast? We're on it right now.
Wait, Disruptor is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Say hi. They can hear you. Say hi.
Oh, no shit. Hi, I'm at a wrestling show.
I
didn't
knew
know
he was
tonight.
Real-
Yeah, dude.
Do you have a second?
Yeah, what's up?
Do you remember what your answer was when they asked you what your favorite dinosaur was?
Did I say Velociraptor?
I fucking knew it.
Yes!
I knew he was gonna say Velociraptor.
Yes.
Have you guys ever heard the feminist hardcore band that uses a lot of dinosaur
right,
imagery
I gotta go. I love
called
you, bye.
Sharptooth?
I love you, bye.
But
You never heard Sharptooth?
Sharptooth's
As dinosaur enthusiasts, you should check out Sharptooth.
yeah.
Because they also have an album called Clever,
Clever
Girl.
Girl. That
Well,
was like right after they got signed to Pure Noise, I think.
Mhm.
I'm glad he
Sharp
picked up. That's
Tooth.
really funny.
You made me think of Sharp Tone when you said Sharp
Yep.
Tooth.
Yep, Sharp Tone Records.
Yeah.
I just think of shark bait. Hoo ha ha.
Yep. Shark
Land
Bait.
Before
Hoo-ha.
Time. That's what they called the T-Rex, Sharptooth.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of a Land Before Time joke, but I had nothing beforehand.
I got nothing.
I'm gonna hate myself.
This is an ADHD moment. I
This the
grew up-
last 20 minutes have been an ADHD moment. Like one more question, and then we're like,
So growing up, like my grandma used to watch me and like my three siblings at the time, and she always had The Land Before Time
Hell yeah.
like on repeat in the living room. My entire childhood, I was just always been thinking like, I wonder what a tree star like actually tastes like. Like that's just something that I just have thought my entire childhood. Just yeah, I want to eat a tree star too. I want to see what they taste like.
No, I have a question because of the way you worded that. You said you and your three siblings at the time. Did something happen to the other three?
No, no.
at the time.
I'm the oldest of five. So at the time, my little brother Gavin, who's 4 years younger than me, Owen, who's 5 years younger than me, and then Corinne, who's 7 years older than me, or
Okay,
younger
boomer.
than me. That was like growing up. That was it. But my littlest sister Maya, who is 9, I mean, I wouldn't say just joined the family because she's fucking 9, but
He joined
she
nine.
was a late addition. So when I say like my three siblings at the time, that's
Oh,
what I
before
mean.
the other. Okay.
Yeah, before Maya. So yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
that could have gotten real dark.
It could have, Chris. It could have.
It was
But
dark.
I think I've probably thought about what a tree stars taste like as well, though. Probably just
I-
tastes like a leaf.
Yeah, it could just be that. Like it could just taste like like an actual leaf off a tree.
But that leaf was moist as fuck. Like
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You know, in The Nightmare Before Christmas, where like the guy's like he eats like a red like cherry or whatever it is, that red thing. I always wondered what that would taste like. I was like, why does that look appetizing to me?
The
I'm
real
9 years
question
old.
is, did you ever try Play-Doh as a kid?
Of course.
Of
Wait,
course.
not a food?
Yeah.
That's
I
not
would
a
make
food?
it into food and then eat it.
It's
Not
just
edible,
salty.
that-
I would
It just
also-
tastes like
lick
salt. It's just salty.
I would also eat crayons.
Yeah, it's just super salty.
Me, I don't know. I work at a thrift store and we get Play-Doh in and I'm like, I gotta smell it. It just brings back the
Yeah.
nostalgia factor for me.
Oh, fresh Play-Doh.
Yeah. It's the best. But
Damn, I have not heard Play-Doh in years.
Well, I got a bunch because Cecilia.
Oh, yeah, you have a child.
In the
there you go. You can go sniff it and give it a taste, see if it still tastes
Yeah,
the
see if
same.
it's still good.
yeah, the black one's the best. Like the
It's just black mold.
yeah.
This mold is moldy.
But we should probably wrap, like
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
we're
for
getting
sure.
way off topic and
Yeah.
Sorry
the
to- sorry to
dinosaur question
drain
was
your-
our last question, but it's been fun. We've had a
Yes,
great
thank
time
you so much
chatting with
for
you guys.
doing this. Yes, thank you so much again. We really appreciate it.
Yep, thanks for
Hopefully this
contacting
is
us
usable.
and getting the ball rolling.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having us on.
And Chris is laughing at me because I'm Midwest goodbying.
no, getting the ball rolling got me. I don't know why.
He always makes fun
What-
of me because I'm a Midwest goodbyer because I'm from the Midwest. So.
What does
What does that
what is a
mean?
Midwest
Is it like an
goodbye?
Irish goodbye
They
where
nev-
you just leave without saying anything?
No, that's what
No,
Chris
it's the
likes to do.
opposite. Yeah,
It's the
I'm-
opposite. Midwest
were-
goodbye is where you're like, takes you say bye, I'm heading out, and it takes you another 30 minutes to leave.
Accidentally. Oh, how's your mom been? Oh, about her,
You're like opening the door. It's like, yeah, it's been fun. This has been great.
Well, we had cut recording with one episode, and we were going on and on. We talked about like that kind of goodbye. And I'm like, oh, I'm all about the Irish goodbye, and the person was like, what was that? And I just hit end call.
That's amazing.
That's incredible.
Cheer him up. Cheer him up. Quick cheer.
But yes, again, thanks for coming on. It's been a blast chatting, and hope you guys have a good rest of your weekend.
You too.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much again. You want anything to say, Ty?
Thank you so much. It's been an honor.